Hey guys, summer is finally here for me. I'm sorry I've been gone about the last month, but the last month of school was a super intense time for me work-wise, so I just had to take some time off. Well, I'm here today to talk to you about a problem that I have. And no, not based on the title, it's not smoking that I have a problem with. The problem I have is with crummy lighters. As a guy who's been collecting gear for over a decade, I have constantly run into the problem of cheap garbage lighters. In fact, I just went around and tried to find all these examples of junky lighters that I have lying around, and I just have tons of old broken lighters, mostly butane lighters, which are more difficult to keep running, admittedly. But I think that I've finally found some lighters that I think will be permanent usable keepers in my collection, and I'm going to show three that I really like today. This is the Accomplice Trench Lighter. This is the Douglas Field L lighter, and this is classic Zippo in brass. And what you're going to find in this video is that there's a clear winner even amongst these three as I show them all to you. I got all three of these lighters from Urban Everyday Carry Supply, and when I first got them, I've had them for about 3 months. I had to admit that I thought, okay, so this is mostly just a matter of taste. They're all quality lighters, you know, the Zippo lighters for the guy who just wants a classic hot rod. The Accomplice lighter is for the guy who kind of wants something more whimsical, and then the Douglas lighter is the one for the guy who likes quality. But actually, in real world testing, I have a clear winner, and in this video I'm going to be talking about that. I'm going to show you how all three of these lighters work. Obviously they're very simple, but I'm going to talk about some of their quirks and some of the things that set them apart. And I think you'll also see why I clearly have a favorite when we get to the end of this. So please stay tuned. And if you're interested in any three of these lighters, the link's listed down below. Thanks a lot for watching, and I hope you enjoy this comparison.
Let's start with my third choice in this group. This is the Accomplice Trench Lighter. And the idea of this lighter is that it's sort of a whimsical steampunk design that is actually a recreation of a lighter that was used in World War I, hence the trench lighter name. And the idea is that there's this brass core, which is really sturdy. It's a nice heavy lighter, but around it is this stainless steel sheath that slides up and down on these little miniature rails that create a little windshield for it, and also that's how you put it out. Yeah, it's a very fun design. If you're into kind of offbeat style in your EDC, it would be a great choice for that. You can operate it one-handed, as I'll show you here. The truth is, though, is that most of the time when I gave this lighter to people, they had no idea how to use it, and so I ended up just having to explain over and over again what it was, how it worked, that kind of thing. Not exactly the kind of conversation you want to have when you're trying to get cigars lit. And so I found that I was not using this very much. It also doesn't hold fluid any longer than a Zippo, which is a big negative for me. Well, the Accomplice lighter has some interesting history, being a throwback to a World War I lighter. No one can doubt the 80 years of provenance with the classic Zippo lighter. Of course, these lighters, made famous in World War II, but really are the standard mass-produced lighter being made by Zippo since 1932. They are legendary. You can get Zippos everywhere at gas stations, and they're highly collectible, which is why this almost took the first place spot, because for most guys who are into lighters, you're going to be collecting Zippos at some point. And this Firefighter is an interesting exclusive with Urban EDC Supply. It's a beautiful brass lighter, and it is high polish, great engraving. A little curious that the Firefighter is spraying towards the truck, but maybe he's afraid of his fire truck. I don't know. But the uniqueness of this lighter with this specific engraving, and then also obviously the fact that Zippo lighters are so legendary, and you're able to do so much with Zippo. Say you don't like Zippo fluid and you don't like the traditional construction, you can switch it over to a butane. Of course, the experience of flipping a Zippo and keeping it up and running is just something that happens for generations. Well, at any rate, I did end up using this lighter a lot, but for the $55 price tag, which is what it is from Urban Everyday Carry Supply, it just didn't stand out to me enough. Which brings me to the Douglas Field L lighter, which, wow, what a lighter. I wish I had not been in denial about the greatness of this lighter for so long. The Douglas Field L, by comparison, is a new design that is coming from Japan. And what it is also bringing from Japan is that exceedingly high level of build quality and finishing that we've come to expect from quality Japanese EDC goods. This easily is as nice as some of the high-end Japanese knives that you sometimes see coming through, and it's got incredible machining and detail throughout. In fact, they claim that it is constructed to triple-aught tolerances. It's a very carryable weight, and then with the L design, there's a flip lock mechanism that is how you operate this lighter. My experience with this, handing it to every guy that I was having a cigar or a pipe with in the last 3 months, is this was the showstopper. In brass in particular, it's got a great weight. It's got a beautiful knurling, beautiful construction. It's a pleasure to use. And as long as you keep it fueled up, it keeps its fuel. It doesn't run out, which is so frustrating with Zippos in particular. And this is really one of the reasons why it's in front of the Zippo for me. You'll notice it's got great engravings. It even has a serial number on the side. I don't know if you caught that. And then just the actual striker mechanism on it is just such a pleasure. It's so tactile, and the top flips up, and that's also how you put it out. By far, it's my favorite design in a lighter ever, and it's built like a tank. I can't recommend it enough.
Okay, there you have it. The Douglas Field L lighter is the best, not only just for retaining fluid, which is so important with these old Zippo fluid lighters, but also just for the incredible craftsmanship, the reliability of the design, and just the touches that make it feel special. So please let me know in the comments below what your lighter of choice is. If you're new to the channel, I'd love to have you hit the subscribe button down below. If you're a regular subscriber and you want to make sure that you're catching all my summer content, because I have a lot lined up, please make sure to hit that bell icon. And as always, thanks a lot for watching.
I'd like to offer my condolences to the Bone family and everyone at Knife Ship Free. Rest in peace, Derek. I also want to let you guys know that I've hit a dead end with Spinnaker. I just haven't heard from them, and they haven't shipped me the watch that I originally wanted to review. So I am giving away this watch to everyone that is part of my Patreon. So you can go check that out. I'm going to be giving the watch away on July 1st. If you're new to the channel here, thanks as always for your thumbs up and for your subscription. Thanks for watching.